On to a very interesting story now. The Mahanayakes Theros have presented two separate letters to the Prime Minister when the Premier called on the Mahanayakes of both the Asgiri and Malwathu chapters today.
The Prime Minister paid homage to the temple of the Sacred Tooth relic this morning and called on the Mahanayake of the Asgiri chapter, Most Venerable Varakakuda Sri Panyananda Jnanaratna Thera and the Theras of the Sangha Sabha. The letter bearing the signature of the Mahanayake of the Asgiri chapter, which was presented to the Prime Minister, speaks of 5 key sectors. It reads that when making constitutional reforms, Sri Lanka should be termed as a unitary state. It also reads that the executive powers of local government should come under the executive of the central government. It notes that apart from the existing judicial system, no other court or constitutional court should be established. It called for Buddhism to be given priority. The Mahanayake goes on to note that the decision-making powers on national policy should be vested with the central government, and during an issue, the single language should be given priority and the government must pay special attention to these factors.
The Prime Minister agreed with these points and also promised to consult with the main temples when formulating the new constitution.
Thereafter, the Prime Minister called on the Mahanayake of the Malwathu chapter, the Most Venerable Thiputuvavi Sri Sumangala Thera, where another letter was presented to the Premier. The letter contained matters relating to the new constitution, constitutional amendments and special powers being granted to the northern and eastern provinces. The Mahanayake says that they would not be able to approve of the constitution if it has been confined by petty nationalist, racist and political attitudes and contains terms which violate the unitary state of the country as well as poses points that would disrupt national and religious reconciliation. The Mahanayake of the Malwathu chapter also calls for an immediate stop of settlements in forest reserves and affirms the need to preserve places of worship in the north and east.
I met the Mahanayake of the Malwathu chapter and thereafter the Mahanayake of the Asgiri chapter. No, it was a cordial visit. The Prime Minister must visit the Mahanayakes. Letters were presented to us and we must look into solving the issues.
Mahanayake Swamin Wahanse mata kiwe Buddhan saranang gacchami, Dhamman saranang gacchami, Sanghan saranang gacchami. Thank you, sir.